Привет, друзья! 13th episode of 50 Russian words per week. We are moving rather fast, and for some of you guys, 50 words per week may not be something manageable, but at least with these videos, you can stretch them out to like 3 weeks, 4 weeks if you need to. I would say that 50 words a week is enough if you're willing to spend about maybe 1 hour a day for this. So let's get into this. We have this list, of course, available with the first link in the description. First word, paket. Paket means a bag or package. Paket, if it's a grocery, paket, it's a grocery bag. Paket can also be a package that you buy something, like let's say if you have a bundle, that can be called paket, like a package purchase. Next, knopka. Knopka is a button. Knopka. It's a button that you press, not like a button on your shirt. Krishka is a lid. Krishka can be a lid of a bottle. Krishka can be a lid of something else. Like if, let's say, you are covering, I don't know, like a trash can, that's also a krishka. Lampochka is a light bulb. Lampochka. The full word lampa is a lamp, like a standing lamp. But lampochka is a diminutive form of that. It's like a small lamp, but it means a light bulb. Образец is a sample. Образец. Sample or example. Next, блокнот. Блокнот is a notepad where you write your notes. Блокнот. Мусор is trash. Talking about trash. Мусор is trash. Also is a derogatory term for a cop. Okay? Don't ever use this to a cop's face, of course, you're gonna get in trouble. Пепельница is an ashtray. Пепельница. Поднос is just a tray. So ashtray is a bit different, of course, from поднос. Поднос is a tray that you put something on, like maybe if you are in the cafeteria, you put stuff on your поднос and then you go sit down. Кукла is a doll. Кукла. Пена is foam. Пена. It can be industrial foam. It can be foam in the bath, just from soap. Пена. All of that is foam. Зажигалка is a lighter. Зажигалка. In fact, it has the same exact meaning. To light something. Зажигать. To light something up. Кусочек is a small piece. Кусочек. Typically talking about кусочек торта, piece of cake. Not like that it's super easy piece of cake, but an actual piece of cake. Okay? Spravka is a help manual. Spravka is really just like a manual of how to use something. Spravka. In fact, also spravka can be, let's say, if you were sick. If you were sick and didn't go to school or work, you can go to a doctor and get a spravka. That'll be a confirmation of your sickness. So that's another meaning of spravka, is that. Catalog is a catalog, easy. Blank is a form. Blank, of course, means a blank, but blank is more so a form that you have to fill out. Typically, already some things are pre-written. You might have to just sign it and put your name. Blank. Расписание is a schedule. Расписание. Календарь is a calendar. A bit of a difference in pronunciation. Календарь has a lot more of the a. Календарь. Тестирование is, of course, testing. Декларация is declaration. Things are super easy because it's just like a English word or Latin word being used in Russian too. As you can see, a lot of these words that we have covered so far don't have a specific topic. Today we are kind of finishing up on a lot of the nouns, so the rest of the nouns I kind of just randomly assembled, not to a specific topic. Срок годности is expiration date. Срок годности. Срок действия is time of like action, I guess. Срок действия is, let's say, when you have a pill that is going to have an effect of, like, let's say 72 hours. So those 72 hours is not really an expiration date, right? It's the date of action. How long will it carry its effect? Срок действия. Галочка is a check mark. Галочка. Typically, of course, галочка can be either online, when somebody has a check mark next to their name, or it can be when you're filling out a form. Галочка can be used too. Записная книжка. Notebook. We had блокнот before. That was more like a smaller one, super small, for like just notes, quick notes. But Записная книжка is typically something bigger, where it can be like a diary to you, записная книжка. Кавычка is a quotation. Кавычка. One of the quotation mark, like one side of the quotation marks. Получатель is a recipient. Получатель. Получать, a verb means to receive, but получатель is receiver or recipient. Стрелка is an arrow. Стрелка. Почтовая марка. Postal stamp. Just a stamp. Почтовая марка. Postal mark. Почтовый ящик. Mailbox. Почтовый ящик. Mailbox can be in like on a wall. If you are living in a house, it can be on like outside of the house, right? But also it can be a mailbox inside of the postal office sometimes. You can rent them out. Посылка is a parcel. Посылка. Бульвар is a boulevard. Бульвар. Поцелуй is a kiss. Поцелуй. We have this shortening РФ. РФ is short for Российская Федерация, Russian Federation. But a lot of the times you will see РФ as a shortening for that. Российская Федерация, Russian Federation. Премьер-министр, Prime Minister. Выборы is elections. Выборы. Выборы, in fact, выбор means choice. So it's choices. Выборы. ТВ is, of course, TV. Shorter version of телевидение. ТВ is TV. Бег is running or an action of running, sport of running. Бег. We have шар to be the ball. Шар is not a ball that you kick like a sports ball, like basketball, football, but it's more so like a sphere. Шар is more of a shape, like a geometrical shape. Okay, шар. Goal is a goal. Okay, goal. Соревнование is competition. Соревнование. We kind of moving, we just got like the running and then goal and then competition. All of that kind of gives a idea of sports. We have a few more words of sports here, or fitness stuff. Pot is sweat. Pot. Okay. Next, fitness. Fitness is, of course, fitness. Fitness. Упражнение is an exercise. Упражнение is an exercise for physical activity. Also can be a mental activity, like an exercise for languages. Упражнение. Then we have ball. Ball is a point. Ball is, let's say, if you're taking a test, you can have 80 баллы. Okay? That means like you have 80 of those points. Then we have пешком. Пешком, and this word is the first of adverbs. Пешком means by walking. Пешком describes an action. Пешком. And then we have just a few kind of animal-ish words. Шерсть is wool. Шерсть. Okay? Корова is a cow. Корова. Щенок is a puppy. Щенок. Котенок is a kitten. And finally, домашнее животное means a pet. Домашнее животное means home animal. Домашнее животное. That is all. 50 words. All of different categories. We have, for the next one, we're going to start with the rest of the nouns, and then we're going to move into adverbs and a bit of verbs. So we are almost finished with the nouns in this episode number 13. 14th will be the last episode for nouns. So see you all next week.